All right, let's see. What force in what direction will make the block accelerate down the plane? This is exactly the problem we solved a moment ago, right, in D, but now it's going to accelerate down the plane, okay? So we have to look at all the forces acting along the plane, okay? Those would be, the relevant forces would be, of course, the component of gravity. I call it the parallel force, right? And in part A, we calculated that to be 35.8729, right? So let's write that in here. Right, and then there's some unknown force. And honestly, I don't know whether this should accelerate down the plane faster than 4.5 or slower than 4.5. But anyway, this force, honestly, I don't know whether that force is up the plane or down the plane to make it accelerate like that. Okay? So let's just say F, right? And now we're set. Up the plane is positive, down the plane is negative. So the parallel force is there, it's negative. The unknown force, I always make unknown forces positive, right? And now let's just set up F equals ma. Okay, so we've got negative 35.8729 plus F equals 5. And then we make this guy negative 4.50, right? So that's down the plane. That's down the plane because that said down the plane, right? Yes? Okay, this is down the plane because that's the parallel force, and the parallel force is always down the plane. Always down the plane. All right, so hoping you're seeing the parallels here. Okay, now all I have to do is find this number on my calculator. I stored that in A, I think. Yeah, there it is. And add that to this. Now notice that this is negative, right? So that plus 5 times negative 4.5. And wow. I did something else there for a moment. Okay, so that's plus 5 times negative 4.5. And surprisingly, I get that the force is positive 13.37 newtons, right? That means that the force is up the plane, right? So apparently, if we just let this thing accelerate down the plane without anything on it, it would accelerate down the plane faster than this, faster than 4.5. This is actually a retarding force. It actually acts this way, right? None of this ambiguity. It's acting up the plane to slow down the acceleration. Slow down, baby. Okay? So the positive doesn't mean that it could be negative or could be positive. It means specifically that it's up the plane. Crazy, huh? Trusting the force.